It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 5th of June. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather pretty quiet today. Most places will be dry, although there might be a few spotty showers this afternoon. Then we'll see scattered storms around tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, mostly during the afternoon and evening hours. And where they form, they could be strong. Let's begin with the upper air look across the United States early this morning. And again, it's the same pattern. We have broad troughing north and west of the state and broad ridging down here. The radar showing really nothing across Alabama just before sunrise. But again, later today, there could be a few spotty showers, but probably not many. Most spots are in the low 70s early this morning. It's got that summer muggy feel to the air. At a few of the locations in the upper 60s, but high should be in the mid to upper 80s. A few spots may be touching 90 this afternoon. Here's a look at the watch warning map. We have flash flood watches for parts of northern Oklahoma. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Here's the severe weather risk for today. We have a risk of severe storms in a broad zone from West Texas to Maine. Tomorrow, a risk of severe storms from the plains of Colorado and eastern New Mexico up into New England, almost up to Boston. In Alabama, we have a level 2 out of 5 risk to Birmingham, a level 1 out of 5 risk down to Thomasville, Georgiana, and south of Eufaula. The areas in dark green on that map. And the concern would be storms that produce strong winds. And this would be tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And really the same thing on Saturday, which is day 3. Got a level 2 risk down to Thomasville, Greenville, Eufaula, a level 1 risk almost down to Interstate 10. And it's the same thing. Understand the day's not going to be a washout. The storms Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening will be somewhat scattered, but where they do form, they could be strong. And again, the main concern, strong winds. Here's a look at the broader risk on Saturday, the risk of severe storms stretching from eastern New Mexico to the Atlantic coast. And then on day 4, which is Sunday, we have risks well to the west and east of Alabama. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week. For most of the state, rain amounts in the 2 to 4 inch range. And again, next week, we'll have the chance of afternoon storms every day. And understand, we're going to have that basically every day through August. People say, I'm sick of it raining every day. Well, it rains every day in the summer here somewhere, but just not everywhere. That's just summertime weather in Alabama. And the tropics are just absolutely quiet as could be. No tropical storm formation for the next 2 days. No tropical storm formation for the next 7 days. And I'm still getting messages from people saying they saw on Facebook a big hurricane's going to be coming up on Gulf shores next week. Again, you'll be seeing these, knuckleheads posting hurricane maps 2 weeks out all summer long. So just please ignore those and stick with a credible source of information. I promise, if there's a hurricane coming, we'll let you know. And remember, there's the chance of a tropical storm or hurricane any day between now and November. But for the next 7 days, no. So here we go, model fans, GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 4 o'clock. And again, it's the same pattern. The mid-latitude westerlies are a bit north of here, troughing over the high plains, a ridge over the Gulf Coast, and we'll have a surface front that will be slowly sagging southward. But again, I think today, mostly dry. Let's go right to the high-resolution HER. This is valid this evening at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock this afternoon, and there's just not much out there. And understand, sure, there will be a few spotty showers about, but probably not many. Tomorrow, really the same thing, although afternoon storms should be a little more active over the northern half of the state. Let's go to the high-resolution HER. This is valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And again, you could see spotty showers and storms around. For a lot of places, won't rain a drop tomorrow, but keep in mind where the storms do form over North Alabama, they could pack a punch with a chance of strong winds. And evidence of an organized thunderstorm mass coming through the Tennessee Valley and another cluster just west of Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. And again, we stress, radar's not going to look just like that, but something like that. And again, we're not concerned about tornadoes. The main issue, strong winds. And there could be a little small hail involved, but typically in the summertime, we don't see the really large hail like you'd see in spring. But again, we'll be watching those storms carefully. Highs tomorrow upper 80s to near 90. And then Saturday, that front will be sagging southward. And so the coverage of scattered storms will likely be a little higher for the northern half of the state. Still not raining all day, no. And there still could be some spots with no rain on Saturday. But for the northern half of the state, a pretty good chance of a passing storm, especially Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. South Alabama, yes, a chance of showers, but they should be more widely spaced. And the Gulf Coast looks pretty good. And really the same thing on Sunday. Scattered showers and storms about, more numerous over the northern half of the state, mainly during the afternoon and evening hours in that 2 to 10 p.m. range. Highs in the 80s for the weekend. And next week, we're just left in a soupy, humid air mass. Every day we'll have the chance of scattered, mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Getting a front through here, getting dry air in here, it just rarely ever happens in summer. That's why almost every day you have the chance of afternoon convection. And a week from today, Thursday, June 12th, mid-latitude westerlies are up on the Canadian border. Winds aloft here are light, and again, leaving us in that same humid air mass. A few scattered storms about. We'll go out 10 days. This is Saturday, June 14th, and it's the same. I mean, it looks almost identical. And the weather should be identical. Warm, humid, partly sunny, scattered afternoon and evening storms. Where the storms form, they tend to be random. We don't know that morning exactly when and where they pop up that afternoon. It's one of the great limitations in forecasting that hopefully one generation will solve. But again, that's the kind of forecast you're going to get basically every day between now and early September. Of course, there'll be variations in the coverage and placement of storms and the heat levels, but highs should be in the 80s. We don't see any really consistent 90s for the next 15 days. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean up there between 3 and 4 inches between now and the 20th of June. National blend of models here. Highs mostly in the 80s, lows upper 60s and low 70s, and we might touch 90 on a day or two like maybe tomorrow. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for June 12th through June 18th. Temperatures pretty close to average around here. Hey, you send me a picture of a cow and a rainbow. That'll make it on these videos. That was Pickens County yesterday. That's outstanding. In fact, there's a bunch of cows out there. I think this is a cattle farm. That's a great shot. We had some really good rainbows. Another great shot here. I love little farm equipment there. Rainbow right on top of that. We had these little spotty, isolated showers yesterday. And again, on a summer day after that little shower passes, you can see some very, very vivid rainbows like that one. But those showers yesterday were moving the wrong way, moving from east to west, which often happens in summertime as the mid-latitude westerlies shift up north. There's an upper low that's over the northeastern Gulf pushing the showers that way. And, of course, a nice sunset, the Canadian smoke beginning to disperse a little bit. We had those intense shades of red and orange. It's sunset earlier this week and this past weekend, but again, the smoke in the upper atmosphere beginning to disperse as the winds shift. Again, the trough that brought the smoke down this way, that, of course, is lessened, so the sun looking a bit more normal. And before you know it, we're going to be in the dog days of summer. We are. It'll be here before you know it. So before you know it, school's going to start again. I'd say that all the time. But again, had a great time yesterday at Children's of Alabama. Next week, it's going to be VBS at Double Oak Community Church in Mount Laurel all week. Biggest week of the year. And then I'll be taking a vacation week the week after that. And then we get on the summer programs, nonstop summer programs through the month of end of June and into July. And then school starts in August. And we have no book signings scheduled until July. We'll be going down to Washington County to Chatham on Saturday, July 12th. And by the way, on Saturday, July 5th, I will be the Grand Marshal of the 4th of July parade at Pine Level in Autauga County. That's going to be fun. I love doing things like that. But again, that'll be in Pine Level on July 5th, and then we'll be in Chatham in Washington County at the library on Saturday, July 12th for a book signing. And we'll also probably do them on the 19th of July. But again, we'll post more details as we get closer. That's it today. Well, next video here about 2:45 this afternoon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us this evening on ABC 3340 News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.